You know, it's like Attack on Titan knew just exactly what they were doing by introducing the Warhammer Titan, and then, in the next episode, savagely killing her. But hey, that's AOT for you, and in today's video, we'll be discussing my theory on why I think Eren is going to try and consume all the Titans, but that is for later in the video. For now, we're going to be discussing the showdown between Levi and Zeke, Armin's colossal transformation, and finally, the showdown between Eren and Reiner. AOT is heating up again, and you really do not want to miss this video, or any video, because 92% of you watching this video right now are unsubscribed. If you can, please subscribe and ring the bell. It's free, and you can always unsubscribe later. To start off, let's dive right into what is likely one of the most awesome sights in Attack on Titan so far. Armin transforming into the Colossal Titan to wipe out Marley's entire navy in one fell swoop. Ha! Oh, yeah, that's awesome. This scene is without a doubt one of my favorites in the episode for the sheer chaos and destruction that the Colossal Titan causes by just transforming. Armin is literally a walking nuclear bomb that wipes out anything in his near vicinity. We've already seen 2 times before with Bertholdt's transformations that it can be used to devastating effect even when the transformation is airburst. Now, the devastating power of the Colossal Titan is in use by the Survey Corps and by one of the smartest people in the Survey Corps. With their first use of it, they were able to wipe out the whole Marley navy, killing 30,000 people along with other innocents caught in the explosion. This is another example of the Survey Corps doing something morally reprehensible, as we saw last episode, Eren wiping out plenty of innocent people, namely Zofia and Udo, which has caused Gabi to want revenge for their deaths. There is an interesting line said by Armin that I want to bring up that sent shivers down my utterly destroyed spine. He says, "Are these the sort of sights you saw, Bertholdt?" Man, God, if that doesn't get you, then I don't know what will. Years back in the events that started all of this, Reiner and the others likely saw those same sights. People in despair, dying, the dead, those of whom never had a chance to see it coming, men, women, children, all dead by their actions. Now the shoe is on the other foot, and Armin is the cause for all of this pain. The same things, sights, feelings. Armin now is responsible for those, and thus this cycle continues on. Armin has changed though, and the next we see of Armin is he's in the Zeppelin with Hange, which by the way, nice to see Hange, top tier. She makes an interesting comment that this action he took was very reckless like Eren was. His reply and facial expressions are telling. He only hopes as it would bring him strength, but he puts into perspective how important these plans are. If they aren't able to recover Eren, then they will surely be taken out at this point. But you gotta ask, where the hell did they get this Zeppelin anyways? I have some theories on this, but here's my best guess: Azumabito. One of the leaders of the Middle East, Azumabito is my guess how they got this Zeppelin. I believe that Marley has significantly underestimated just how popular they are, and that while they've been worrying about the people of Paradis, they haven't taken into account that most likely Paradis has many allies ready to help usurp Marley. If we flash back to a previous episode, the kids were talking about how much people hated the Eldians around the world. Maybe they weren't talking about the Eldians like Gabi or Falco, but Marley's leaders. As we saw, Azumabito was very gracious in helping out Udo, rippin' ripperonis, and had his back. This to me makes me think Azumabito and whoever else is allied with Paradis is helping them achieve their goals by getting them into Marley, getting them that Zeppelin, and possibly even more that we don't even know yet. But now a moment we saw a glimpse of in season 3, in this episode we see the Beast Titan come back, throw some rocks, and then immediately be taken out by Levi. What I find most interesting is that Zeke doesn't care about Eren. Rather, he wants Levi all to himself, likely for revenge. But just as you think it's gonna get good, Levi, well, I guess it still gets pretty good. Levi immediately takes out Zeke with quickness. This makes me think the reason Mikasa cut her hair is to make her look similar to Levi, because at the end of the day, what's more frightening than 2 Ackermans? 2 similar looking Ackermans you can't easily identify quickly. But this brings up something more worrying for Marley. They have underestimated almost every step of the way. Even now, while getting attacked by them, they underestimate them. Calling in the Navy being wiped out, Magath believing every nation will be out to get them despite the hanging question of Azumabito, and them obviously being supplied that Zeppelin by somebody. It's obvious that Marley has no idea how to handle the people of Paradis like they thought they would. I feel like somewhere along the way, them believing these people were savages, it actually became the truth for them. Then you have the whole debacle with the Warhammer Titan. I'm sure they thought this will lead to a surefire victory, but instead, Eren used Porco as a nutcracker to kill the Warhammer Titan. I mean, think about it. The so-called savages of Paradis were able to cripple a whole nation, the strongest nation in the world, in fact. That really shouldn't be easy to pull off as it was here. But this makes me wonder what will happen after this attack because, as we know, Magath and Willy had an intricate plan after all. I guess we'll just have to see how effective it is. What else was effective was how perfect Reiner's character has been done. After this episode, he is easily within my top 5 favorite AOT characters. Give this video a thumbs up and comment below if you want to see a video on just that. This whole build-up, starting with Falco being saved to when Gabby and Falco are yelling for their lives to wake up and save Porco. God damn, this whole story thread in this episode gave me goosebumps thinking back. We start with Reiner in this episode in a very rough shape. He saved Falco from sure destruction, but now is in a hand-encased dome? Falco doesn't even know if Reiner has the will to continue on and fight, but it's the voices of Gabby and Falco which brings the warrior back to life, and we see the showdown once more between Eren and Reiner. You gotta think, this is a rivalry in the making for years now. Reiner and Eren. While we've seen it before, this is really the guy to cause all of this, and this may be one of the final showdowns between the two. It would truly be a warrior's death if Reiner were to go out fighting Eren Yeager of all people. Somewhat poetic, I would say. But we gotta talk about Reiner's new form, his insane design here. Folks, it looks stunning. In this form, the Armor Titan forgoes his smooth, armored exterior for something more brutal looking. Reiner in this form is less armored, but in turn, he gains jagged and sharp spikes edges around his body. I guess you could say he's super edgy. This makes me think this will be a much more even brawl than a technical mat classic like their first fight in season 2 was. Eren can't grab onto his limbs quite as easily due to his new form, but what is most interesting is if Eren is able to gain the abilities of the Warhammer Titan, he may not need to, which brings us to our final discussion, leading into a really incredible theory I thought of. Eren killing the Warhammer Titan and swallowing her was massive in this episode. I can't be the only one to think that by swallowing her, he has now gained her abilities. So now, Eren will likely be able to harden himself. Get your mind out of the gutter, kids. Create weapons out of thin air, or even do the trick that she did by burrowing herself into the ground. All of this leaves many questions in the air, but as well, holy crap, AOT doesn't like waifus at all, man. This episode, Peak is damn near killed, Mother Isabella, aka Warhammer Titan, is killed. Listen, Attack on Titan, Mappa, Wit, leave our damn waifus alone. All I want is these cute girls to not be killed all the damn time. Look what they did with Petra. I'm gonna cry, jeez. And then that girl that Kenny blew her head off. God, that makes me want to cry. Trying to move on from that, I have a really big theory I thought of that could justify all of these horrible actions and the others have done so far. If pulled off right, Eren could potentially be the last Titan by the end of the series, as I believe his goal is to eat every single Titan to put an end to all of this. If he is able to do so, then there will never be a situation like Marley ever again, where the Eldians are oppressed and they start wars using Titan weapons. All of this was started, all this was started because they wanted the founding Titan after all. So what better way to put a stop to this than for Eren to eat every Titan, gain their powers, and stop the cycle altogether? Now at that point, you have one Titan you can only have to deal with, and thus you're able to sort of easily take it out and compare it to a group of them, or essentially just keep that Titan under wraps. Or maybe they found found a permanent way to kill a Titan ability to stop it from transferring to anyone else. Either way, I think by the end of this, Eren will have done all of this so that he can save the world from the Titan threat like he originally promised, to exterminate every single one of them and bring back peace to this world through his own hands and his mouth. But at this point, Marley is certainly crippled, and the only thing I can think of is, what the hell is going to happen next episode? I mean, God, look at everything we have laid out. Zeke, Peak, and Porco are taken out, and seemingly the last ones left standing after this is Reiner, who may have a new ultimate form, but ultimately was at the end of his life moments before, so we don't even know how effective he'll be. I just think next episode is when we'll see some crazy stuff go down as Hange and Armin have to successfully pull off an escape while Eren deals with Reiner. There are so many questions left open in the air as to just what the hell is going to be going on, and I think next episode is likely going to be one of the craziest episodes for AOT in recent memory, but we shall see. If you haven't already, be sure to like this video, comment down below what you think about my theories and some theories of your own. As well, subscribe as I'm uploading 2 AOT videos a week. On top of that, I'm covering Promised Neverland Season 2, and every Monday on the KOA podcast at 8 p.m. EST, we cover AOT, Promised Neverland, Mushoku Tensei, ReZero, and somehow X-Arm. You do not want to miss it. Thank you all for watching. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.